Yo everyone, it's Mike from Chess Lifestyle and welcome to another daily training. As we wait for people to tune in, I'm just going to edit this. We are now up to 2,339, so approaching IM eventually. So actually let's see how many minutes is this. 39 seconds to minutes. So that's 38.9, so we are very close to actually getting into the 39 minutes, and then we will be reaching that ultimate 40 minutes of training a day. And actually, I wanted to update you guys with some news, basically, and you're going to be quite excited for this, because let me turn this down a little bit, actually, if I can. Yeah, so basically, as you know, I played in the British Rapid Play Championships over the weekend, and I'm sure you guys are very interested to see like what I have to say about the games that I played. But actually, I was thinking about it, and even though I was quite embarrassed by like some of my games and some of the moments in the games, I felt that ultimately, yeah, it's super hypocritical of me if I were to like cower away from like properly analyzing and learning from these games. And that is why I have gotten back in touch with my former chess coach, Nikola Nikolovsky, to analyze the games with me. And I managed to convince him because he's actually working on making some chess content himself, to get him a bit less camera shy. Okay, not camera shy is the right word, but you know, maybe camera shy is the right word. Like I've basically persuaded him to stream the lesson with me on Thursday. So we're going to have a very long call. I don't know for how long. Maybe it will also not be so long. Maybe we will take some breaks or something and only some of it will be streamed. I don't really know. But on Thursday, we're going to have that big lesson and go through all of the games. And then you will be able to hear Nicola's ideas and thoughts on my moves. And Nicola's a very strong international master, so I think this would be really instructive because, I mean, I will be asking him like 100 questions, and I will probably not be interacting with chat during the lesson because ultimately, yeah, like I want to get the most out of it. But I think I will try and stream it, and then you guys can hear Nicola's thoughts and our conversation, and hopefully we don't say anything that shouldn't be posted online. But yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. And yeah, I think that'll be really cool. So in fact, rather than go through all the games today or tomorrow's stream, I thought we will continue with some puzzle streak, and we will just try and solve some puzzles. And I was thinking about my puzzle training, and as you know, like I've done a lot of work on past pawns. And in fact, I felt like in my games, maybe there was one moment where there were passed pawns and I actually messed it up, which is really, really bad. But I felt like probably just my overall general tactical ability needed work. So I think rather than do passed pawn tactics, and funnily enough, I haven't selected passed pawn tactics, and this is to do with like passed pawns in some way, but I think I'm just going to try and do some general tactics as a kind of warm-up, and then we're just going to go to puzzle streak, and we're going to see how far we can get. And I think I'll do that for today and tomorrow, and then Thursday's lesson will be or Thursday's stream will be my chess lesson. So yeah, exactly, Josh, this will be fun. I think you'll like it, and congrats on getting the magic the magician rat tag next to your name, Josh. This means that you've been supporting for over a month, so thank you so much, and congrats on being a magician. Love you too, UDLV Chess. Welcome Kevin to the stream. I think this is the first time I'm seeing you here, so love you lots, man. And I'm so sorry for like not replying on Discord yet. Like I have a string of messages on Discord that I haven't responded to, and I'm just really bad with keeping up with social media with everything else going on. I'm sure you can understand. But yeah, basically. Let's get into some tactics now. Let's keep working on our chess. So, black to play. Also, what? Oh, this is the puzzle streak. So actually, let's continue with this. Okay. Got a message from Safsara, a student of mine, who is not following Kais's principle and is tilting. Well, as he said, tilted 80 points today. So, yeah, we've chatted about this. Yo, Unia Chess, a donation. You're insane. This is the first super chat ever on Chess Lifestyle. So I think that that deserves, I don't know, I don't know. That's pretty insane. That's pretty cool. So appreciate the support, Kevin. Like that's awesome, man. Yeah. So okay. On that note, okay, let's actually solve some tactics. Like, we can't get paid to do a stream on solving tactics and not solve any tactics. So okay, let's actually try and work this out. Okay. Gotta go study for exam. Best of luck, man. Good luck for the exam and good luck with all the chess. And yeah, I will get back to you on Discord as soon as possible. Best of luck. Okay, see you around. Okay, so damn, we've got paid. Yo, we've got paid to stream. That's insane. Okay, let's actually solve this. So, Black's turn to play. And thank you for the follow. I guess someone must have subbed or followed, so appreciate that. But yeah, let's try and solve this. So, Black's turn to play. Always, okay, remember when we try and solve a position, we must evaluate. We then determine what is the goal of the calculation, and then we need to find our candidate moves and prioritize what moves we're going to calculate, and then find a solution. So for this one, I'll explain my thoughts out loud. So when I see this position, I want a quick understanding of the material. So 1, 2, 3 versus 2, but white has an extra knight. So okay, white has a pawn and a knight extra. However, when we then look at the king's safety, we realize that actually the black king is a very active king. Maybe it's not the safest either, but it's a very active king, and white's king is under a lot of pressure from these pieces. You can imagine black may be conjuring up some kind of attack. And then when we understand the activity, okay, the knight, sure, white's up an extra piece, but this knight is actually quite bad. However, the extra pawn might be quite significant, right? This pawn can run down the board, and this might be a problem. So basically, yeah, in this position, basically I think we need to be quite quick with whatever we decide, because ultimately if we let it too long, this pawn is going to run. White can always support the pawn from behind. This is going to be a big problem. So we need to find something quick, and because we're down material, I think we need to try and like either regain a lot of material or go for even checkmate, or maybe get a queen or something like this. So my ambition would be probably to try and play for checkmate. This would be my first thought. Can I actually achieve this? And from a very brief look, I feel like that might be too ambitious. So I'm going to tone it down a little bit and just say, okay, I want to be either promoting, maybe giving checkmate, maybe winning material in some lines, right? So then candidate moves, d3 is one, rook takes c1 is one, maybe king d2 was one. Oh, and one more thing I want to mention, maybe I mentioned this in a previous stream, and sorry, this is unrelated to the tactic, but my tactics over the board were absolute garbage, like compared to what I can showcase in online chess and on streams, and there are many potential reasons for this, but I think one of them is just like lack of recent experience in over the board chess. And I think no matter what training you do, like at home, even if you feel like your tactics are improving, which I think that mine are from doing this training, it doesn't necessarily show when you actually play the game, because there are all these other factors that are then like blocking you from showing that ability. So I think, yeah, you've got to be optimistic with the training. You can't just say like, okay, I couldn't solve a tactic, so therefore I'm not never gonna train tactics again. I think this is too extreme, and I think like yeah, I think there are many factors that can result in you being strong at tactics in a game. And yeah, I think one of it was really rustiness for me. Like, just like in an actual game setting, like being able to find tactics. I mean, I think also recently I hadn't played much Rapid, I hadn't played at all actually. So that really makes a difference. So yeah, I think I just wanted to clarify that because it was on my mind. But okay, so we've got these different candidate moves. Takes, push, and king here. The move I think I'd like to start with is pushing the pawn, because I think this is most ambitious in terms of like trying to like either go for mate or get a promotion. And the first thing to realize is, yeah, this is quite a fast plan, because I don't think white has time to just casually push his pawn. Because rather than take, which could be promising, I mean the king can run and we can win a knight, this looks pretty good. But even worse is that I think we can even just push. And the point is we're going to be able to take this knight and promote. And with an extra queen, this is going to be winning. So this is a huge threat. And this actually can't be stopped if like white plays some slow moves. So after pawn push, this is already a huge threat. And if the pawn were to take, which is probably forced, right? I mean, maybe this is a move as well, which should be considered. But okay, if they go king a2, I would think that we can actually still push, and the knight is actually trapped, and we're still threatening to promote to a queen, so I don't believe in king a2. And if they take with the pawn, then I guess we can take back with the pawn, the knight is still pinned. Let's say they push, and again we can push here. But then they can give this check, and this is a little bit annoying. But then we can come king here, and I don't think they can stop us from promoting to a queen like this. Maybe they could play rook c8. So this is the line I'm calculating, right? I'm looking at this. They take, we take back. They push the pawn, we push. They give a check. And when we go king d4, they can play king c8 with the idea that if we promote to a queen, then they will be able to skewer us. And I don't know if that is a winning resulting position. King and rook against king and knight and 2 pawns. But probably we can win those pawns, eh? It's tough for me to say. So maybe I'm missing something in this line. But definitely pawn push looks really promising. The fact that we get this position. And they push. Is there anything else we're missing? Push, check. Maybe king b4 is the move actually. Maybe this is a stronger move because we are then threatening to promote on 2 squares, and actually, yeah, white cannot stop this promotion on both squares. So I think king b4 is the ultimate play there at the end. So I think, like, I wouldn't even bother calculating these other moves because my intuition tells me that these are probably not so strong. And yeah, we just calculated a line that's really good. So you got to trust your calculation as well and go for it. And I think it was push and king b4. Okay, so our opponent played another move. I assume promoting to a queen will be good enough and be winning. Perfect. Let's go. Plus 20. Nice. Okay, d3 or king d2. So, okay, so Josh, you calculated a line of king d2. So what was the reason why you looked at king d2 before d3? And I think that is why you really need to define your goal of the calculation more. So for me, I wanted either checkmate or promotion. And that's how d3 became the first move for me to calculate. As opposed to king d2, which might just only win material, which might not be enough, right? Just to check your line, if king d2, apparently this is draw. After g6, rook c1, king a2, king takes c2. Oh, g7, rook g8. Oh, you did say white is winning. I thought you said black is winning. So that's why. Okay, you calculated this line fantastically then. This is great. And king c2 is a blunder. Yo, Arjun, what's up? Life is good. The big news that I should tell you is that for my games from the British Rapid Play, I'm going to be analysing them on Thursday afternoon, and I'll be analysing them with my former coach Nicola, who I guess because I'm learning from him, he'll be my current coach again. But yeah, I'm gonna be getting some proper coaching, and I'm gonna stream the coaching for you guys to watch. So I think this will be really educational for me, but also really educational for you. So that's the big plan. So Thursday, definitely tune in for that stream. Okay, that was great. Let's now move on to Puzzle Streak. Let's see how many we can do. Oh man, fizzy drinks like sometimes just give me hiccups. So this is a really bad idea to drink fizz drink. While streaming. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I'm probably not gonna overrun the stream too much today because I actually want to film a bunch of chess lifestyle videos. Like you've probably noticed that I haven't uploaded anything in weeks. I just haven't had the time. So I really want to. I've got some nice ideas. I want to do some filming. Cool. What time will it happen? I want to say around 3 p.m. Maybe 2 p.m. Like roughly. So that's probably the plan. Camera covering some of the squares. Thank you so much, Josh. Let me actually make me a bit smaller. And I'll even switch to the left side. Yeah, definitely need these reminders. Appreciate it. Okay, so this is back to the streak, so we can't make any mistakes. Number 46, let's keep going. So, quick evaluation. Queen and 2 pawns against rook, 4 and a bishop. Very interesting dynamic. Maybe their king is weaker because actually if we move our king is kind of trapped. Very weird position to me. I would probably be thinking, like, as a goal of my calculation, I'd be considering, like, checkmate. I mean, one more thing to note about kings is, like, okay, we've got a dark squared bishop, we've got a king on a dark square. So we do have to be a bit careful. And this rook is controlling some squares, right? Like, the queen can't just enter freely. My intuition would definitely tell me rook, king f4. Like, bring the piece to the attack. We prevent rook f7. We threaten some kind of attacking ideas. Sorry, I just needed to make a note. Have you confirmed when you're coming on 27th with Eagle? Yes. We will be coming at 4 p.m. So 4 p.m. is when match will start, apparently. And that's that's what's going to be happening. How's it going, Lucas? What's been up? Also, guys, while we're here, let me run a very brief idea with you. Very, very like early days in the works, but what do you guys think of a chess lifestyle website that would contain course material on openings, middle games, end games? You know, a bit like how Chess Mood is, but I would be bringing in different friends of mine, so myself, other like decently strong chess players, to basically provide a short video series on a topic that they feel like they're an expert in. So I feel like with most chess websites, you kind of have like, you know, like for instance, Chess Mood, you have like Avatic and maybe one other guy doing all the videos for everything. But this would kind of be more like a very cute kind of like, okay, like if there's one person who's, let's say, like really, really strong at the Ponziani and they know a lot about it, and they just basically, uh, put their heart on the sleeve and show everything that they know about it. And the idea would be like the website would have all these different courses and all these different video series, and basically you would pay like one kind of monthly subscription to just have access to everything, and you can access it all, and basically then you would get a different flavor of different people's like ideas, and it would be aimed at like different levels. So there'd be like, you know yeah, maybe different rating levels of different videos, so that people know like where to watch and what to watch. But yeah, maybe something along these lines. Do you think people would be interested in actually paying for this, or would people think like, nah, we can like get stuff for free? Like, do you think it's worth me trying to like invest time and like actually make a proper legit like school of chess lifestyle and have people that like can access these videos? Because I think like, I mean, on my Patreon already, I've got like a bunch of opening videos, but it's kind of a bit like scuffed. Like I basically just have the videos uploaded on Google Drive, and whoever joins the Patreon, I just like give them access to that Google Drive, and then they can just download the videos and watch, which I guess works, but it's just not as slick, right? And I feel like maybe there's potential for something like this. It sounds very ambitious, yeah. Problem is there are too many courses websites, right? I mean, the idea of this would be that I think the rating ranges would be good. I feel like most course websites are either very tough or maybe not clear with like the actual level of difficulty. So I think I could be really objective about that. And the other thing as well is just like, I like the idea how like, I've got some friends who have like played a certain opening forever. Like for instance, with me and the Benoni, right? Like I literally know so much about it. And I think it's kind of cool, like not to hear maybe like a grandmaster's perspective on it, but just a 2000 player that's been playing it their whole life. What do they know about the opening? How can they break it down? I don't know. Maybe it's not something people would want, but I feel like it's a lot of good quality content that I think I could probably organize and arrange. Did I hear something about Ponziani? Yes. It was just an example. Like, for instance, I have a friend. His name is Akito. He actually used to stream. I don't know if some of you have watched his videos, but for instance, he's an expert on the Ponziani. He's like a 2200 player, and he knows so many sick lines. I think he even beat who's Kostaniuk, the women former world champion. He beat her in like some not titled Tuesday, because he's not titled, but in some blitz match. Aha, I played Italian my whole life. Right, tricky. Maybe you can do a video as well. I don't know. It's just early days of an idea, but yeah. I don't know how I think it's got potential, but I'm just trying to think like what would be a good way. Maybe it's also like the people who like upload the videos, right? Maybe like if people like that person who uploaded the videos and wants more, then they can get like private tuition from them, or maybe like personal feedback about the openings from them. But maybe that would be a cool thing, right? Like let's say you wanted to learn about Caro-Kann, and there's one person on this website who does Caro-Kann. Then as a result of subscribing to this course website, you then get to chat with this guy one-to-one about the opening and discuss this opening. Like, I'm sure that guy would love to talk to you. I mean, compared to, let's say, Chess Mood with like Avatic, he can't reply to everyone's requests or comments, right? But if this guy is an expert about opening, okay, he can answer any questions about that opening. And okay, if it's a website that's me and my friends, then I think we can cover enough bases and still keep it personal. Like, yeah, I don't know. I think there's potential for something. But yeah, if any of you guys have any thoughts about that, I'd love to hear them. Like, and be honest, be brutally honest as well. Like, if you think like it's like not gonna take off, if it's just gonna be a waste of time, this is important as well. Okay, sorry, getting sidetracked again. I I actually really like this personalized idea. I'm gonna make another note about this. Like, yeah, I think that'd be cool. I think that'd be cool. But yeah, very ambitious. I guess going from running your own channel and Patreon to essentially running a whole business where you have to employ lots of people is a pretty big jump. Right. Right. Yeah. That's very true. That's very true. Yeah. And that's the really nice thing about like Patreon and YouTube is because it kind of deals with like, you know, a lot of the difficult logistics for you, right? So yeah, that is true. That is true. Yeah, I didn't even consider this side of like having to like properly employ people, right? Like I thought like, you know, it would just be like chill, like, you know, some friends can just like work together on it, but probably then yeah, like people would want to get paid and then it gets very official. Yeah, need to think carefully about it. Yeah, also being sorry for being so slow with this exercise. It's just a difficult one for me to put my finger on. I mean, like I'm so tempted to play like just King F4. Like, this just feels so right. So let's actually calculate, right? Like, why are we not calculating? So in this position, can White even do anything? Like, what is White's plan? They can't give a check. Like, what if they just play King Rook B7 with the idea of playing A7 and then Rook B8 or something? What's going on there? I mean, we literally just take on F3. And okay, in that position, maybe we have to worry about some Rook B3 check. This could be annoying. But how annoying, honestly. Like, we can take some pieces, we can then grab all the pawns. Like, we just end up being winning, you know? And like, if at any point White then puts the rook behind the pawn to try and push it, Black can always just leave the queen on A8. So I think these kind of checks end up doing nothing. Nothing at all. We just pick up everything. I think King F4 has to be really strong. And there's no time to like move the bishop really, like, you know, this is too big of a threat. So I think this has to be correct. I think we're just gonna go for it. I'm very scared, but okay, nice. So they've gone rook here instead of rook b7, but I think it's the same. I think we just take. I don't see why this would be a problem. I think we can just take everything. And if they move the bishop, like, we just mate. So I think this is strong. I think we just take everything. Like, how can this be bad? Like, surely there's not like some perpetual here, right? We can just take everything. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Arjun, don't think we have DGT board, by the way. What? What do you mean? Oh, will you be streaming the... sorry, I missed that message from Arjun. Will you be streaming the Eagle match live on DGT boards? Yeah, no. Unless Mr. Eagle has got on a mad one and bought a bunch of DGT boards. Yeah, there will not be any live streaming. However, should I make a chess lifestyle video on it, or am I even legally allowed to film children? Is that like a problem? Nah, I should be able to film in a school, right? That should be fine. There shouldn't be any problem with that. I think that's potential for a chess lifestyle idea. I think like maybe vlog Langton match. I think that could be pretty sick. I think that's another stream idea. I mean, I also think, I mean, not stream idea, video idea. I think another one I want to do is vlog Oslo. I'm going to Oslo in a week's time, a couple weeks, and to play chess. I'm going to be going to the Good Night bar. Who knows? Maybe even Magnus will be there or something. Like, I feel like I've got to vlog it. I've got to try and vlog it. It's been a while, but I think it'll be cool. I think you need to seek some permissions. Not sure. Yeah. This is really bad, but like, like when I was thinking about like, would I be allowed? I mean, the age of consent is 16. If the age of consent is 16, then like how can it not be allowed to like film some 16-year-olds playing chess? Like surely should be fine, right? And at the same time, I remember like one of my friends was doing YouTube back in school, and he actually filmed some chess footage from our chess club, and that's on YouTube. I don't think there's been problems there, so I think it should be fine. I think it should be fine. Yeah, I think you can. Yeah, I mean, I just won't. I won't film the year sevens. I think I'll just like, I mean, who's in the team, Lucas? Is everyone like sick formers, or are there year sevens in the team? Also, welcome Frizz. I don't know if I said hi. I think I did say hi already, but maybe I forgot. Anyway, let's continue with the streak. Yeah, what do you think, Lucas? Do you think it'll be fine to vlog some of it? I think it'll be cool. I mean, when am I ever gonna go back to Langton again? Like, like this might be the last time I'm there, right? Like, it'll be cool to have a video of the place. Ah, you're the only sick former. Interesting. Lucas, what are you doing? Why aren't you inviting all your friends to join chess club? Like, come on, man. You gotta turn it into like a. You need to turn chess club into a cult. This is the point. No one cares about the chess. Everyone cares about like the pizza, the vibes. You gotta ramp it up. Your channel has a worldwide audience of millions, though Michael, so could be a bit different. Ah, I see. Yeah, right. Yeah, true. Okay, actually, let's just look it up. Is it legal to film in a school and upload to YouTube? I don't know. I know it's legal in the UK to film people in public without consent, but doesn't this means the law doesn't prevent you from personal use. Yeah, but it's not personal use. Can you record video at school? Does not specifically allow or prohibit recording in schools. Okay, that seems fairly flexible, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, maybe Lucas, you can just like ask like your team. Is everyone chill with like being on YouTube, or if anyone is against it, then they let you know, and then I'll make sure not to include them in the video, because I can also edit. I can also edit videos and be completely out. That's US law, I think. I think you probably need permission, to be honest. Interesting. Yeah, it's a tricky one. I mean, some things, like, for sure, I'm gonna make sure I have permission. So, for instance, I'm organizing these chess trips, right? And in May, so in 2 months' time, I'm taking a bunch of kids to Turkey to train chess, and it's gonna be sick. Like, we're literally gonna be getting coached by a former top 100 player, and okay, it's cost a lot of time and money to put this all together, but I think it's gonna be amazing. And one of the kids, I was gonna have to take him alone because his mum had work, but luckily the mum can come. But actually, like, these are the things that you've just got to be so careful with kids, because if I were to take this kid without any documents or anything, even with like the mum's like verbal consent, this would be considered child trafficking. And I would definitely not be able to take the kid across borders. So like you need like proper like permission slips and like signatures and all this paperwork and stuff. So I actually got a lot of it sorted, and then the mum found out that she could actually come. So yeah, like learning all of these hurdles, it's really interesting. But I think most of the time the UK government just doesn't give a shit. Like I think it really should be fine. I think a verbal consent, Lucas, from you, if the team just say it's fine, I think it'll be fine. Yeah, maybe ask Mr. Eagle. I mean, the thing is, if you ask a teacher like that, they're gonna say no, because ultimately for them it's not worth saying yes, right? Like, as soon as they say yes, if there was any kind of complaint or problem, then they don't want to risk their neck, right? So I don't know. I'm gonna count on you, Lucas. Just like, yeah, just maybe on the day, just be like, yo, is it chill if this guy like vlogs it. I think it'll be cool. I think it'll be cool. Like, I can interview some of you guys about like chess and like school chess tournaments. I think it'll be interesting. I think it'll be really cool. But anyway, let's try and solve this. So. I mean, you've also got to think what's the worst that can happen. And literally the worst that can happen is like, I have to take the video down because someone complains and doesn't want themselves to be on the internet. Or I even just edit that part out of a video. Like, I think the consequences are really, really minimal. So I think, you know, we're chess players, right? We've got to evaluate, we've got to assess risk. And okay, there's really not much risk. So I think it'll be fine. But okay, let's try and solve this. So symmetrical pawn structure is the first thing I noticed. Material is also equal. We both have a bishop pair. Black is definitely more developed, right? Like, they've got the rook on c8 already. They've got their king castled. We still have yet to castle. We've still yet to develop our rook on a1. So at first glance, it doesn't look so promising for white. However, we do have the move. It's white's turn to play. And what on earth could be the idea here? Because, to be honest, black's position looks great. I mean, everything is protected. Everything is fine. As black, I would be even trying to think if there's a way to try and capitalize on this, like, initiative. Trekt, thank you for the sub. Appreciate the support, man. Let's go, let's go. 1 extra second of training. That's what we're here for. Okay, I'm gonna ignore chat, actually, just in case there are any move suggestions. I do want you guys to discuss the moves. I just shouldn't be looking. So, yeah, unfortunately, I did see Frizz's suggestion of h4, which actually I think is very interesting, right? With knight g5, queen h5 ideas. Like, I think this is cool. But yeah, let's have a think. So, candidate moves, right? I mean, definitely castling would be a normal candidate move in this position. Bishop h7, it's a check. Why not? Let's consider it. H4 with the idea of knight g5, queen h5. I think this is really cool. So credit to Frizz. Knight g5 immediately doesn't quite work because I think the queen can just take it. Maybe bishop takes g7 could be an interesting try, but the pieces don't look ready for some kind of attack like that. For the record, this kind of position I would never play because this just feels like it's way too nuanced and yeah, not my style. I mean, nuance is good, but not in such an open position like this, where both sides just have play. Like, I hate it. Absolutely hate this. So, okay, let's just look at bishop h7 very briefly. Is there anything possibly here? Don't believe it. Don't believe it. Don't believe it. So, if it's not bishop h7, what would our other candidate moves? Knight g5 is obviously not working. Castling is definitely the... I swear to God, if the answer is castling, I'm going to be so pissed. Because literally, I would just castle in this position. Like, what else are you thinking about? Literally, what else are you thinking about? Are there any threats from black that we need to be thinking about? Is that like the point? Is there like some big threat and we need to make sure we prophylactically defend? Oh my God, e4's a move. Are we just trapping the bishop? Oh, see, this is why I can't play these kind of positions, because, like, yeah, I know, e4 I should spot. That's really bad. That's really bad. I didn't see e4. Oh, dear. Yeah, this is what I mean about, like, see, that's the problem in chess with tactics, right? Is, like, there's so much to consider. You can just completely overlook the most simple thing. So I think e4 has to just be the move. Like, you just win. You just win. Like, that's literally it. Oh, what a troll. What a troll of an exercise. Jesus. Okay, I'm pretty sure e4 is just winning a piece. There's nothing. White's position is solid enough. Like, who cares? We just take it. Unless, no, but then they take with check and then they get out. So we do need to take this now. What a troll of a position. Yeah. problem is some of the team members don't come to the club every time. Can't ask them. Right. So I mean, just literally on the match, right? Like just like it's like 3:55 p.m. 5 minutes before like me and my team show up. Just ask like, are you guys cool with anything being filmed or not? And yeah, I think that would be fair. But yeah, bishop trapped. Nice tricky. Like, I feel like you're faster than me on these kind of positions. Oh, Fritz, you love these kind of positions? Well, you missed e4 because these positions suck. Nah, I mean, h4 is a cool idea. h4 is a really cool idea. I mean, like, if you couldn't trap the bishop, I think h4 is somewhat legit. Let's see. So castles, yeah, and this is why black is a slight minus, right? They're just slightly more in development. And h4, okay, you don't lose much of the advantage. And if anything, it's only bad because of like one specific move. Wow, look at this stuff, right? Like bishop h7. Yeah, like this definitely has huge practical. See, look, king g8 is already lost. King h6 only move. And of course, with a king on h6, like, yeah, sure, you're a piece up, but this is going to be a mess. I hate these positions from both sides. Absolutely hate them. Yeah, thank God we didn't have to do an attack and we could just win this piece because, yeah, I wasn't getting this. Okay, let's do one final one. Yeah, exactly. I was calculating stupid, crazy lines. I didn't even see e4. So that's why candidate moves are really important and really understanding the whole position. I mean, my intuition just wasn't there. I didn't expect the bishop to get trapped in the middle of the board. Yeah, you're calculating those lines? Yeah, honestly. How many people are coming from your team? That's a good question. I think I've still got a couple people I need to confirm with. Maybe like 5. Maybe like 5 players. Yeah, I'll need to send an email to Mr. Eagle actually. I'll make a note of this. Email Jeagle. Yeah, oh god, my to-do list is growing. Okay, it'll be fine. Okay, let's try and solve this. One final one. Okay, so 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. Okay, so material is equal. We have opposite colored bishops. King safety. Our rook is on the line of the king. Our king is a little bit exposed, but the pawns are actually shielding our king. Can anyone remember what number we got to in our puzzle streak? We got to 62, right? Oh, I can't believe we lost that progress. So dumb. So dumb. Anyway. Yeah, so in general, when you've got middle games with opposite colored bishops, this is like when the opposite colored bishops are going to be strongest. Like if you're the one attacking, you will probably win because you'll be able to destroy the light squares and the opponent won't be able to defend. So this is very promising. And okay, candidate moves would involve rook takes b5, maybe a4. I mean, I also considered this, but this is just complete garbage. Maybe a move like d5, trying to get in on this square, but don't really believe in it. Why block the bishop? So okay, let's just calculate this move. Because, yeah, why not? And okay, we should always keep note of like if black declines the sacrifice. So they've actually got 3 different moves here. But okay, if they decline the sacrifice, we at least win a pawn. And it's not just any pawn, because this helps support this pawn. And also maybe we can then bring the pawn in as well. Oh my god, that was very rude of the ad block. Okay, so one more thing I'm just noticing actually is that, okay, I said the king was shielded by these pawns, but actually I'm not looking close enough. Like this is actually a huge threat if his queen were to move away. So we do have to be careful, right? Like if the king... Oh, actually no, if the king moves to any of these squares, queen takes a5 is with a check, and that has to be good for white. So that means that king takes is forced. And if king takes is forced, that's very promising in terms of the sacrifice. And then we can continue the checks with queen g7. They don't really want to block, otherwise they lose the queen. And in that position, either they come here or they come here. Now, if they come here, we've got a checkmate in 1, which is great. And in this position, if we give a check and they come here, we've got a checkmate like this. Okay, so it's just mate in 3. Fantastic. And they even took, which is crazy. And this should be winning. Yeah, and then they have to block, and we can just take. Nice, guys, nice. Here is bishop b7 a move. Frizz, you've got some crazy intuitive ideas. Like, I didn't even consider such a move. And yeah, it's the second best move. But, okay, I didn't even consider bishop b7 as a candidate. Like, this is a sick move. But maybe it's also sick in terms of, like, health-wise. Because, yeah, like, if we're seeing bishop b7 as an idea before rook b5, then this is also a problem with our, like, maybe intuition. And actually, I had this problem for a long, long time where I was always considering really crazy moves and not considering the simple. And I think it's all about just going back to basics of, like, you know, what's a forcing move? What is, yeah, I don't know. This is a check. This is a capture. This has potential, right? Even though this looks beautiful, right? And ultimately, moves that have potential are ultimately better than moves that just look beautiful. So definitely don't lose the ability to find moves like bishop b7. This is fantastic. But yeah, rook b5 needs to be a more prioritized candidate move. Rook sack is correct. Yeah, if rook takes b5, it just declines. It's probably checkmate. Yeah, right. Like, just bring the queen in. I mean, I didn't even consider if it's checkmate. I just said it was good enough. So, yeah. Okay, guys. We got to number 49. I'm going to call it a day because, as I said, I've got a big to-do list. But for anyone who joined the stream late, very important that you guys join on Thursday's stream because I am going to be analyzing my Rapid games from the Rapid Championship with my former coach, International Master Nikola Nikolovsky, and I'm going to stream the lesson on YouTube. So this will be really instructive if you guys are interested in hearing how an IM thinks compared to a lowly 2000 player like myself. And as always, you know, like, I mean, right now, like, probably with the streams, you'll hear me, like, lecturing and teaching a lot. But actually, as a person, I ask a hell of a lot of questions. So Nicola's definitely going to have his hands full with all of my questions. And I think you guys will learn from it as well. So definitely tune in for that. It will probably be Thursday afternoon, like 2 p.m., 3 p.m. And I don't know how long the stream will be, but I think it will be well worth the watch. So, okay, guys, I'm going to call it a day. Thank you all for tuning in, and thank you so much, Kevin. You didn't have to, for giving a donation of $5. You absolute legend. That is the first YouTube sticker or whatever super chat that we've gotten on Chess Lifestyle. So this is very cool, and yeah, amazing stuff. So I will see you guys tomorrow for a stream and Thursday for the Rapid analysis. Okay, see you guys around, guys. Bye.